Hello everyone, and welcome to the video for Unit 8, Day 9. And today we're going to be learning about inverse operations. Today's video is dedicated to Burnaby in 6A. Hey Burnaby! Alright, so let's jump into some academic vocabulary. The first one is inverse operations, so let's write that out here. Inverse operations are operations that undo each other. So, for example, the inverse operation of addition, right, or like the opposite of addition is subtraction. Subtraction, or like a minus. This means in order to undo plus 5, so if you added 5 and you wanted to undo that, you have to minus 5. And the inverse operation of subtraction, so like the opposite of subtraction, is addition. I already used purple, let's use blue. And so this means in order to undo minus 7, so if you take 7 away, the way to undo that is to add 7, or plus 7. So let's look at a few examples here. Use inverse operations to get 3 in the equation all by itself. So here's what we mean by that. Here we have an equation, 3 plus 10 equals 13. And an equation is always true if everything on the left side of the equal sign, the 3 plus 10, is equal to the right side, the 13. And it's asking us to get 3 all by itself. And here's the 3. So here's what you're going to do. Anytime that you're using inverse operations, I want you to draw a line going down right where the equal sign is, just like that. And I want you to remember that everything that you do on the left side, you also have to do on the right side. So here, if we want to get rid of this 10, because we want 3 all by itself, well, we have plus 10, so the inverse operation of plus 10, or the opposite, is minus 10. Okay? Now, if we just subtracted 10 here, we would have 3 equals 13. That doesn't make sense. 3 does not equal 13. So, since we subtracted 10 on the left side, we also have to subtract 10 on the right side. So everything that you do on one side, you have to do on the other side of the equal sign also. So from here, the plus 10 and the minus 10, that cancels out. So all we have left is 3 equals 13 minus 10, because we subtracted 10 from the 13, is 3. And 3 is all by itself now, and does 3 equal 3? That makes sense. That's good. Okay, let's look at the next one. I think it'll start to make a little bit more sense once we start working with variables. Use inverse operations to solve for x by getting the x all by itself. So we have x plus 8 equals 25. Okay. Now, one way that you could solve for x is you could just think in your head, what number plus 8 equals 25? Or we can use inverse operations. So we'll draw the line going right down through the equal sign like that. And we want to get this x all by itself. So on the left side of this equal sign, we have x plus 8. And we want to get rid of this plus 8 because we want x all by itself. So I think to myself, well, what is the inverse operation for plus 8? Well, it's a plus, so that means it's going to be a minus. And we want to get rid of the 8, so we'll do minus 8. And if we do minus 8 on the left side of the equal sign, we also have to do it on the right side of the equal sign, like that. And so now, the 8, the plus 8, and the minus 8 equals 0, so that cancels out. So all we have is x on this side equals, and then 25 minus 8, right? 5 minus 8 is, I have to carry the 1 from the 2. Right, so now I have 15 minus 8 is 7. Bring the 1 down, 17. So x equals 17. Right, and I can just double check. If I had 17 plus 8, would that give me 25? Yes, it would. All right, one more example. Almost done here. Use inverse operations to solve for y. Y minus 52 equals 101. So what does y have to be? Well, let's start by drawing our line. Oops, running out of ink a little bit. Going through the equal sign, so we know that everything that we have to do on the left side, we also have to do on the right side. We want y all by itself, and on the left side we have y minus 52. So I think to myself, what is the inverse operation of minus 52? Well, since there's a minus here, there's going to be a plus, and then 52 on this side. And if we add 52 on the left side, we also have to add 52 on the right side. Plus 52. And so, minus 52 plus 52, that cancels out. So all we have is y left on this side. And then on this side, we can add this up. The 101 plus 52. 2 plus 1 is 3. 5 plus 0 is 5. And then the 1. We bring down the 1. So y equals 153. Right? 153 minus 52 would give us 101. Alright, so with that, I want you to complete the rest of page 4. And remember, you can always start by drawing your lines down the equal signs. Remember, everything you do on the left side, you also have to do on the right side. And then once you're finished with page 4, if you have time, you can work on the problems on page 5. And with that, you are all set, and good luck.